What is up, YouTube? Untitled Chapter here, coming at you guys with a deck profile. Normally on Saturdays, I'll be doing a locals report with my deck profiles, but my locals was canceled today, so you're stuck with just a deck profile. Anyways, let's get right to it. So this is my Fire Fist deck profile. I really like this deck. It's super explosive, or you can grind games out with it. It's just really fun, has a lot of utility, and it basically does everything that decks should be able to do. I topped a regional with a similar build back in March, and I've just been loving this deck. So let's get to the profile. We'll start with Leopard, 3 Leopard. This guy's your searcher. He searches your formations. The point of Fire Fist is the interaction between the formations and the monsters, and it works really well. So you need Leopard to generate as many formations as you can for you. He's also really abusable. Also, if you have like a dead Fire Fist monster that's not doing anything for you, if you summon Spirit, summon back Leopard, you can use the Leopard to tribute off the other Fire Fist monster to get another formation. So Leopard helps a lot. And we have 2 Chicken. Chicken lets you basically just swap a formation for another formation. It helps a lot. It also helps with rank 3 Xyz plays, which is rather useful, and it can synchro. Spirit's one of the most powerful cards in the deck, if not in the game right now. He allows for a lot of explosive combos to go off that usually result in locking down 2 of your opponent's back row and pushing for a lot of damage. Spirit's a really powerful card. There's many combos that can basically go +3 in this deck and put out a bunch of field presence. So there's your 6-card 3-axis engine. For the 4-axis engine, Wolf Barks. Wolf Barks are your spot removals. They just get rid of stuff, and it really helps the deck a lot to be able to do that. It also can search formations. More removal. This one's for back row. Gorilla just gets rid of stuff. And then you have the Wolf Bark, your 4-axis power card. He goes into Xyz plays. Normally you'll go into Tiger King, but you can also go into 101, Exciting, etc. And there's your 11-card monster count. It works really well. Don't draw too many, don't draw too few. Spells, 3 Tinky. Tinky should not be at less than 3. If you put it to 1, you'll just lose because your opponent happened to draw MST before you got the Tinky off. If you put it to 2, there isn't really a point to that because the deck isn't doing anything anyway. I mean, I could maybe see it going to 2 to slow down Boojins, but that's not going to do enough. They'll just play Peacock instead, so there's really no point in hitting Tinky to 2. You also play 3 Tensu. Get your plays going faster. 2 normal summons a turn is ridiculous. Like, Tensu just kind of breaks can break a turn for you just by the fact that you can go, okay, summon this, make a huge play. Oh look, I can summon again. Like, sucks. It helps a lot. Also, funny story, like, you can use the Tensu summon before your regular normal summon. So you can go Tensu, summon Bear, blow up a monster with the by pitching Tensu, hit them for damage, get Tinky add another monster, then regular normal summon the other monster, which helps. Then you have the 2 Gyoku to help your plays go off and stop your opponent's back row. Other spells, 3 MST, get rid of back row, they help make your plays. 2 Lance, more playmaking, and the ultimate utility card, Book of Moon. Book of Moon is really just abusable. You can use it to play around skill drain, stop your opponent's plays, or just like your opponent has Yamato without a turtle, boom, set it and you can get around it. And this card just has a lot of utility. Your 3 sack cards, Kindling and Devil Soul Charge. I've considered bumping up Soul Charge to 3. I don't know, I'd have to test that more. It's a lot of life points and potential dead draws to do that. I'm happy with this right now, though. I'm just thinking it could be better with more Soul Charge. And that's your spell lineup. There's 8 formations and 9 other cards, so 17 spells. Now the trap lineup, you have your big 4. These guys. Torrential I'd consider cutting because a lot of the time, if you go first, you'll be putting out a big combo that you don't really want to Torrential. And Warning, I've considered cutting because, one, it's terrible to draw into established boards. Most cards can revive from the graveyard. It does nothing versus the hands, and it slows down your Soul Charge plays. As of right now, I'm leaving them in. I'm considering cutting those 2 for the future. Bottomless 2, because it's also pretty bad versus established boards, but I don't know. Breakthroughs for general effect negation. Blackhorn, stop summons. Bandies, stop Soul Charge, stop Sanctum, just stop everything. Your opponent doesn't get to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And your 2 Battle Traps, D-Prison. Battle Traps are really mediocre at the moment. I really like playing D-Prison though, because it stops the hands in their traps, which is really, really, really important to stop the +5s from happening. So you play 12 traps. That's the main deck. Now let's move on to the extra deck. So you play the 2 Horse Prince. Horse Prince is a really combo-y card. It will just kind of put out a field, like, have fun. Serious, extra damage with your plays. It helps a lot. And then Vulcan to just kind of bounce stuff out of there. Now for rank 4s, 1 Tiger King. A lot of people have been saying play 2. I'm just like, no. 1 works well enough for me. Like, I can just summon 1. I've never needed 2. Ever. I just don't. I really just use him to get the formation. Occasionally, I'll get the effect negation. Rarely, though. 1 Cardinal. Cardinal's really good, too. If I can just sit on a Wolfbark for like 2 turns, I can make Cardinal and go +2 by just getting rid of your opponent's stuff. It's a really good card. But I can never make 2, so I would not play 2 of him. Kagetsuchi, set up Soul Charge for Kindling, Wolfbark, Spirit Plays, etc. My favorite card ever, number 82. He attacks for damage. In this deck, he's ridiculous, because you can just sit on him and your opponent can't attack if you have a formation out, and like, my opponents have had to just MST Tankies there, just sitting there, so that they can get rid of him. Or they lose. Ben Direwolf, really good in this deck, because he can blow up, like, your chickens. A leopard if you don't want to search. And then he can blow himself up. He's just really good in this deck, especially. Cowboy, damage. Dweller, best card ever. Oh, you have artifacts? Nope. Oh, you have Boojins? Nope. Hands? Nope. Mermails? Nope. Dragon Rollers? Nope. Dweller just says no to a lot of stuff. Like, I can very much see why this card's going for, like, what, $20 now? I don't know. He's expensive, but he's a really good card. 101, get rid of stuff, and Exciton, blow stuff up. That's your rank 4s. For rank 3s, I play this guy. The fact that this deck makes it rank 3s is really funny, because it makes it so Xyz Encore literally does nothing versus you. Like, I summoned Exciton at locals on this guy. He Xyz Encores it, and I'm just like, okay, make Lion Emperor, recycle the Wolfbark, Exciton him next turn. It's really helpful. It's also a rekindling target, which is kind of funny. Extra damage when you're making that push. And then the 1 Alucard, backer removal. And there's your 15 card extra deck. Speaking of 15 card extra decks, if you're playing less than 15 cards in your extra deck, I don't know what the hell is wrong with you. Side deck. 2 Maxis, 2 Veiler, and DD Crow for monsters. The Maxis are ridiculous. They put in a lot of work and a lot of matchups. I would not main any of these because I really don't like having cards that are just dead in certain matchups in my main deck. So I side all 5 of them. Spells, Dark Hole, Devil Twister. Twister I like better than Dust Tornado because Twister I mainly side in against decks that play Decree or like formations, because Decree hurts this deck since it's more than a quarter traps, so Twister really helps there. Dark Hole is for like random rogue matchups, also like it's really good versus established boards. Traps, Light Imprisoning, it's a really just good card. Stops light decks in their tracks. Shadow Imprisoning. This card's mediocre. I mainly cite it because at my locals, there's an abundance of scrubs playing Dark Worlds. So, it's just like, okay, may as well play this. Shout out to Garrett Tordo for being bad. 2 traps done. Decks that play a lot of traps, it's important to stop those plays. And then to round it, a side deck at 15, the Soul Drain. Soul Drain's just like, oh, hi Graveyard. Bye Graveyard. You don't get to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And that's my Firefish deck profile, guys. Hopefully next week I'll be able to get you a locals report with it. Until then, peace out.